everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. I have a colouring book haul for you today. I've actually got quite a big colouring book haul, so what I've done is I've split it into two halves, and I'll probably pop one up now and maybe I'll pop one up in a couple of weeks or so. But these are the ones I'm going to start off with. The first book I have is Reveries, A Wonderland of Dreamscapes and Nightmares to Colour by Nimi Kanini. I got this book because I really like unusual things and I like things that are a little bit different. They seem to draw me in and I feel like I can do a lot more things creatively with these books. But I must say, I'm a little bit disappointed, and I did even think about sending it back to Amazon. But by the time I'd thought about sending it back, it was a little bit too late. So I'm just going to make the most of it because there is some pages in here that I absolutely love. So I'll just concentrate on colouring them and then I might start loving it a little bit more. I don't know if anyone has seen this. Has been on quite a few channels. And when I've seen the flip throughs that have been done quite quickly, I have liked it, but I think when you look a little bit closer, I don't really like the line work. I'm not sure what it is about it. And to be honest, when I start colouring it in, I'll probably change my mind and I'll probably love colouring it in. So obviously it's a play on Alice in Wonderland. I love this one here. This is one of the ones that I really like. But then I can't see myself colouring in something like that. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear the rain. It's like pouring down here. There's supposed to be the end of a cyclone coming through tonight or tomorrow. So we spent all day yesterday cleaning out the gutters. So hopefully we get past without having any flooding. There's a lot of teacup ones. This is very strange. I haven't actually seen any coloured pages from this book, to be honest. I've seen a few flip throughs, but no completed pages. I don't know, I'm just very unsure on it. But I do find sometimes when you start colouring in a book, you can change your mind on how you feel about it. Then we've got this one here. I actually got this secondhand. It was only $2. And I've never actually seen any of these old Mythographic, the ones that actually are the colour and discover. And I can understand why everyone used to say that they were annoying with all the little things hidden in them. And when I do colour in this, I think I'll go with just ignoring all the little things. But sometimes it's going to be quite difficult because there's a lot of them. Like there's dice, there's a hat, there's a musical instrument, there's scissors. There is a lot of hidden things in here. So maybe by just ignoring them and just colouring them the colour they should be in the background, like that big glue stick there. Can you see that big glue stick? Just there? Like that's crazy. That's going to be really hard to cover up. And it's frustrating because the pictures are beautiful. It's just, oh, that's annoying. I'm so glad that they decided to take those little hidden objects out of the new Mythographic books. pictures have really dark outlines and some of them have more of a thin outline. I definitely like the thin outlines better. Remember, that's the key to see where all the hidden objects are. So I'll look through that and make sure I cover them up when I'm colouring them in. So that is Frozen Fantasies by Fabiano Anastasio. Got this one here, Cactus and Succulents. It says desert blooms, cactus and succulents, vibrant cacti and succulents to colour. This was a present for Christmas from my daughter. And the paper in here, although I haven't started colouring it, seems very, very nice and thick. This one's cute. I thought at first that they were stock pictures, but they don't actually seem to be stock pictures when you actually look through the book. There's some really different things in here. I like that one, that's a nice one. So if you like Cactus, that might be a good book for you. I also got a couple of secondhand Colouring Heaven. So I got this Sorcerers and Sorceresses special by Nelke Schumacher. And there's some great pictures in here. I don't know if this was before the paper got a little bit thinner. I don't know, I'm not sure. You know, before, I've heard that if it's a bit shiny here, it means that the paper inside is the old paper. And then when it has the flat like this, that's not shiny, that this is the new paper that is a little bit thinner. But you can't really tell really. I think this is a bit thicker. We'll see, because I've got a couple in the new paper and the paper's terrible. So hopefully this paper is a little bit better. But I really like the pictures in here. There's some really nice earthy tones with them. I do like, the one thing I do like about these books is that they are single-sided, so you can use alcohol markers. It's a cute one with a little crystal, tiny little crystal pet. Definitely think I like the pictures of the girls better in these books. Little frog on his head. It's quite a cute picture. That's that one. And then I also did get this Elements special as well from the same person as I bought that one from. It's a bit more expensive to buy the Colouring Heaven magazines in Australia, especially to get them sent here. So you do have to buy them from the news agency. And they are quite expensive from the news agency. So yes, this is definitely thinner paper. So the Sorcerers one that I just showed you has definitely got the old thick paper. This is definitely thinner. So going back to what I was saying. So a lot of the Colouring Heavens that I have bought have been secondhand. But I've never had any that have already been coloured in. They've always been completely untouched. I like these pages, but I'm not a fan of the borders. I just don't have the patience. But this border's beautiful. But I love that. Like this border that's too much for my brain. I cannot. I'd maybe do them colour it in black or something like that. So I didn't have to do all the intricate parts. Could maybe deal with these ones, they're not too bad, but the little tiny ones, I just could not. This fire section is all about dragons. That reminds me of Hunger Games for some reason. I really can feel the difference in the paper. And then we've got the mermaids for the water. So that's that one. So just remember that is true about the paper quality in the two different books there. I also got Forest and Nature, and I didn't realise when this came that it was such a small book, and I'm happy because I like sometimes to have like the little smaller books. And I've seen this on a lot of channels, and most people would have seen this on a lot of channels. It's really nice. It's a cute little book. I've started to do this page here. It's in its ugly stage. I've got a lot of work to do on it. But I used pastel pencils on this one. So it's still at the stage where it will smudge and make a little bit of a mess. So a lot of work to do on that one yet. But once again, one-sided. I'll just flip through this one quickly because most people have seen it. I like these ones with the border around. I like how they're bordered off. Cover feels good. If you know, you know. It feels amazing. Next one. Next one is my super colouring book of cats, I think it's called, by Maureen Goslin. And this book is big. So I'll show you, this is a mythographic, and it is a lot bigger. It's huge. I actually did not expect it to be this huge when it came, but it's quite a nice surprise because I don't have any other books that are really this big, and it's always nice to get those watercolours out and really play. See, there's so much space. They're double pages, but on one side it's more of a small picture, on the other side it's big. So I don't know, you might want to sacrifice that if you did want to use alcohol markers. I'm not going to. I'm going to use these pages as well. And I like how in these little pictures there's these tiny little bits that are coloured in. But the pictures are adorable. I think I might just sit down one day soon and just get my watercolours out and just base a lot of pages, just nice big brushes. I've started this page here. I've nearly finished it. I'm kind of maybe 3/4 of the way through. Definitely do not think this is a book that I will rush. It's a book that I'll sit down and really enjoy. And I guess if you didn't like these coloured in colours, you could always colour over the top with your pencils or acrylic markers. Got some seasonal pictures in the back. I'm not really a seasonal colorer, to be honest. I'll colour Christmas at Christmas, but I colour summer stuff in winter, winter stuff in summer. I'll even colour Halloween stuff when it's not Halloween. I think the only thing that I don't really colour when it's not is Christmas, but everything else is like, go for it for me. I'm not a seasonal colorer at all. I mean, also most of the YouTubers that I watch from America and European countries where their summer is when our winter is anyway. So I feel like I'm colouring the opposite if I'm doing seasonal colouring. But I do just go with what I feel like. I got this one. This is a little bit of a different one. So I do a lot of kind of secondhand book shopping, but I go to like secondhand shops and salvos and things like that because of my collage. Because I do a lot of collaging, I'm always looking for different books, but I always have my eyes out for books that I could use as a colouring book that aren't actually colouring books. So books that have black and white drawings in that I can colour. I do find that it's difficult with the paper because the paper is always more of a shiny gloss finish on the inside of the book, but this one on the outside of the book has a really nice kind of cover. It's not so glossy. So I'll probably take this off. So the book is The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman and is illustrated by Chris Riddell. So this cover is beautiful. I did think about using this cover and then maybe pasting pages on top of these pages that are watercolor, so then I can use it as a actual watercolor book because I just love this cover and also the back. So I'll see how I go. I think I'll have a look through it, see if there's anything that I want to color, and then even if I leave that page to color and then cover the other pages with watercolor paper so I can sketch in it. But let's have a look through. It's quite yellowed, but that's okay because, as you all know, I love a yellowed book because it means it's older and I really like that. I brought you in a bit closer just so we can see a little bit better because the pictures are very detailed. I really wish it wasn't the glossy paper. I wish it was just normal paper, but I actually could put on the watercolor ground or something like that over the top, so I could use other medium on there. I do have another book. I'll just grab it. I'm back. Of course, it was right down the bottom of all my books. But this one here, which is a similar type of thing. So this is a storybook, but I colour in it. And things do work on it. Different mediums. I tested the medium here, but this actually seems to be a little bit less glossy than this. This book is very glossy compared to this one. So I might have difficulties in that other book. I think I will have to place some, watercolor ground or something, gesso or something on top of it that I can actually color on top of if I decide to go ahead. Quite like this picture. It's really cute. But at the same time, I think I will be using maybe pencil and fire liners because it's such detailed work. That one's a good one too. That one's quite good too. So I could leave like a big page like this in here and then add some watercolor paper on top of the other ones that I could sketch on. I will not be colouring in that. That is too tricky for me. There's too much going on. The drawings are beautiful though. They're all pen and ink. Like, really, really pretty. That one, I love that one as well. Oh, those pictures are beautiful. So it's illustrated by Chris Riddell, and I've actually heard of him before, and I was trying to rack my brains to find out, to remember where I'd heard of him. And then it's because of the, I don't know if I got the name right, but the 100 Book of Hugs or something like that, which is a book that people use to colour in, but it's not a colouring book. So that's where I've heard his name, but I know he does illustrate lots of children's books. But this front cover and back cover are amazing. So I'll keep you updated what I do with this. So if I do make it into a sketchbook and then colour in a couple of the pages, I will definitely show you what I do with it. I've also got this one here. Now this is a little bit different. So this is something that I found in my daughter's art stuff, because my daughter's 11 and she has stuff stashed everywhere, as you would know if anyone has a child that's into craft. I have a craft room that is full of her stuff, but she is one of those kids that won't get rid of anything. So like stuff from when she was 3 are still hanging out in case she wants to use them one day, which I'm fine with because I get that when it comes to craft. I've been cleaning out my craft room and I found this. So this is a pack and it comes with little drawings in there that you can colour. They're very kiddie, but I really like the pencil, like it looks like pencil work. And I think that actually could do some really nice stuff with it. So it's unusual in the way that it opens up and there's a picture in the middle and then you kind of open the door. But I reckon I'll just glue that down and I will just colour the thing in or put my own thing in the back there with my collage. But I think they're beautiful pictures. So there's only 3 that she hasn't coloured in. You can see that she's been opening the flaps with these ones, but I'll glue them down. But they're gorgeous pictures. So I'm going to colour in those, and the paper is really nice too. It's like a really strong like cardboard. I think it would take water medium really, really nice. So that is, it's by, I can never say this brand, DJeco. And we do have, she did have another one, but we only had one left, which is by the same brand. This is pretty cool too. So it looks like this is a colouring in page and then you open it up and then there's all this other stuff going on in there, which is pretty cool. That's not really something that I want to colour in, but I just thought I'd show you that too. But I know that this brand does have a lot of really cool little things like that. Okay, I also bit the bullet and got Fine Colour by Ghibli. I have the other one. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's green here. I have that one and it's one of my absolute favourite books. It's a book that I've only coloured in once because I'm petrified to colour in, but can look through it for hours because the pictures are so amazing. The artwork is just so beautiful and you don't want to colour in it at the same time as you really do want to colour in it. I think the preferred way would for me to have 2 copies, one that I can keep forever and just have it there and look at it whenever I want to, and one that I can colour in and it doesn't matter if I ruin it, even though I still would be super upset if I ruined it. But it's just such a beautiful book. And I think the paper as well, the paper, if you've never had one of these books before, the paper is tricky. It looks like it would take watercolor really well. And it does, but in a really different way. So you have to, it's kind of a learning curve. I tried to use watercolor when I did my first picture in here, and it wasn't working for me, so I just scrapped it and I went over the top in pencil because I didn't want to ruin it. But I've seen other artists that use watercolor in these and they are beautiful, but it doesn't work the way that watercolor usually works in books, and it's really hard to explain. So I think I'll be trying some more, but this is gorgeous. Most people would have seen all of these. I will soup through it really quickly, but I bought this on AliExpress if anyone is wondering where I got it from. You also get, I'll move that out of the way, but you also do get this massive big poster with both books, the actual proper artwork on it that they've taken the print from. So it's really inspiring. You get some really great ideas from here as well. And then it also has a big picture. It's like a long frieze. This one is beautiful. So it starts from here and just goes out to here. If I could get a frame that would fit that, I would love just to have that on my wall. So I don't know if you guys know, if you don't watch my channel, if you do watch my channel, I have been redoing my art room and my little crafty zen room, and I'm nearly finished. I'm videotaping in it now, and it's so much more relaxing in here. I can just close the door and it's peaceful. I've got a brand new desk. It's nice and big. My desk is in front of the window, so I can just use natural light. I don't have to be messing with my lights all the time, unless of course I'm working at night. But apart from that, it's very zen in here. And as soon as it's completely finished, which is getting there, I will take you guys on a tour of it. But back to the book, I digress. I've been thinking about buying this for a long time, and I've been like, oh, you know, I don't need it. I've got the other book. But my fear is that it will go out of print and then I will no longer get it and I'll be devastated. And that's what happened to me with Mouse Guard. It wasn't that I was putting off buying Mouse Guard. It's that I came to colouring when Mouse Guard was already out of print, and every time I see someone's channel with Mouse Guard in it, I get so jealous. I want that book so bad. I try and find it all the time, and I found it once for like $300, and I refuse to pay $300. But I'm just praying that one day, one of two things. One, they will reprint it. I doubt that will happen. Or two, I will just come across it on my secondhand shop hunts, and it will be $2.50. So I don't think either of those will happen, but you never know. Hopefully. I know the longer I leave it, because I've been wanting it ever since I started colouring, and I know the longer I leave it, the more expensive it gets. And by the time I actually decide to buy it, it'll be like $800. But one day, if I win the lotto, I will be on eBay QuickSmart paying that however much it is for it. Do you guys, any of you guys have a book like that that's out of print and you want so desperately? Write it in the comments. I would love to know. I'd love to know if other people have these books that they just yearn for but can't find, or do find and they are way too expensive. artwork is just absolutely divine. I love them. I love this book so much. And the last book I got is the Unofficial Ghibli Color by Numbers book. I love Studio Ghibli so much. Me and my daughter watch all their movies. I can just watch the movie and not really even pay attention to the movie, and I just look at the artwork and how the colors are used and how it's drawn. Amazing. Yes, there's never been a Studio Ghibli coloring book, but this is the unofficial one, and I was like, I'm just going to grab it because even though it's color by numbers, I do not like color by numbers. I kind of refuse to color by numbers. I think it feels like it takes the creativity out of things. And it's just, I find it frustrating having to constantly be looking at little bits and little numbers, and I just can't do it. But I decided to get this and color it in with either acrylic markers or acrylic paint. And then hopefully I can cover the numbers up. So I'll show you the pictures. It's quite a large book. It is one-sided though, but it is quite a large book. I don't even really think that you need the numbers in there. You don't, yeah, I don't know. It's just a very weird color by number book too, I find, but so I'm going to Japan later this year, and I know my suitcase is just going to be full of Studio Ghibli stuff on the way home. And I hope that I can find another Studio Ghibli colouring book over there. It's really quite hard to find them. I've never found them. Cat bus, my absolute favourite is the cat bus. So you can see with this one I have started, and I have totally ignored any of those little numbers on there, and I'm trying really hard to cover them up. I've had to do quite a few layers back here and down here to cover them up, but I'm actually going to do a video on this of me from this point on doing the whole page in Studio Ghibli style using my acrylic markers. I would like to use gouache, but I'm not going to because I don't own any, and I don't want to go and buy any because I'm going to Japan. It doesn't really make sense because it's so much cheaper over there. So I'm going to hold out until I go to Japan and get the gouache, but I think acrylic markers will work. And I also have acrylic paint, so I can use acrylic paint if I need to. But I want to do this whole background the way that Studio Ghibli do it. I have seen a lot of videos also on YouTube, Instagram about that style and how to paint in that style. So I think I'll get some tips from them and give it a go. But I'll do it on camera so we can all kind of feel my achievements or unachievements. But I think that I'll be able to do it. And of course, I had to pick Totoro for the first page. I couldn't not. This is the only Studio Ghibli movie I have not seen. I really want to see it. I'm going to hunt it down. But so these are the little pictures at the back that show you what they should look like once you do the colour by numbers. But I don't even like looking at these because I feel that it puts ideas in your head as to what you're going to do. So that is the last book in my haul. I do have, as I said, I do have another haul with some more books. I'll do that at a later date. Lots of those books that are in my other haul are actually secondhand books. So there's some quite older stuff in there that I've never actually seen before. So thank you so much for sticking to the end, if you did stick to the end. And I will hope to see you again soon, and happy colouring. Bye.